There's so much debate right now around how often you should be posting on social media. You can hear everything from twice a week, once a week, to every day, to 10 times a day, to 100 times a day. Shout out Gary Vee.
I believe that every person in this room should produce 100 pieces of content for the internet every day.
It really depends on a few key areas, and we're gonna dive into that today. Baseline minimum, it is always my preference for somebody to be posting once a day on social media. This keeps you consistent and also not feeling so emotionally attached to one post and how it performed. So mentally, let's just start there. Baseline should be once a day. It's a lot of times what we recommend, and it's a lot of times what people can stomach and do, but it doesn't mean that's always ideal. The frequency of how much you should post on social media is, in my book, determined by diminishing returns. You posted, it did well, you posted it did well, you posted and it started to perform low, and then the next one was low, and then the next one was low. Well, it just means that we may have oversaturated whatever algorithm behind the scene was pushing us forward. The biggest debate in social media right now is around frequency and what time of day you post. And the truth is, it doesn't matter what time of day you post anymore, because the platforms are gonna share it to people they know are gonna be interested. That is becoming more and more true on every platform. Now, we do know that Instagram uses indicators of like how fast people liked the piece of content when they consumed it. It can help you to not post that in the middle of the night, but by and large, it's already gonna be sending that video to someone who wants to see it. But we do also see a fatigue. If you were to upload 100 posts back to back, Instagram will throttle you because they feel that that is going to be considered spam, because they're like, you can upload 100 posts, but should you? What I would recommend is finding that area of diminishing returns on every platform. And you can't do that if you're only uploading one post a day. Again, just because that's the best you can do doesn't mean it's the best that can be done. And I think that's really important when it comes to finding that level of diminishing returns in your content. If I was running your content, the first thing that I'm doing is looking at platform-specific recommendations. What that looks like is every platform has a general best practice. Once a day is what I've come to find, but there are certain platforms like Twitter, X, that allows you to upload a lot back to back and sometimes even create a thread. And so the quantity of posts will change based on the format that you go into. For Instagram, for example, stories, it's common to do stories, to do 3 or 4 back-to-back consistently. And what you'll notice is if you do this in stories, you're gonna consistently be seeing that your views are higher, that the retention is higher, and Instagram likes this because it's gonna continue to send people to your stories. A lot of people don't know, but stories are actually on an algorithm. It's not recency. It's mostly based on who you've already engaged with and who is getting a good watch rate on the videos. So shout out to stories. Once a day is very much so a blanket statement, but there are so many areas that we can continue to develop and grow, like Threads, like X, that can have more, that can stomach more quantity than maybe an Instagram feed post or a TikTok feed post. It's going to take testing. There's not gonna be a one-size-fits-all approach to this, but you have to be willing to put in the work to upload more. For example, if you put 10 videos up on YouTube Shorts right now, it's probable that 3 of those 10 videos will perform and keep seeing performance, and it may take 7 and demote them. Instagram does the same thing, TikTok does the same thing. It doesn't mean though that some of those videos that you uploaded won't resurge just because you're giving the algorithm time to understand what you uploaded, but it does give you an example of if you're aiming for sales or follower growth now, maybe 3 is the sweet spot if you're seeing those similar results. So it is going to be a matter of taking the content you have and getting the maximum effort for it. The one area that I would caution you on is decreasing your quality, and you know you're decreasing your quality. Meaning, let's say for example, you have a video that consistently gets 1,000 views every time, but you just like took the first 3 seconds of it and we're like, let's just see if it even matters. And it decreases the overall brand trust. It makes it feel like you're just trying to do a cop out in the video content, whatever it is. And that we don't want to do because it can actually hurt the brand that you've built. People who are consuming your content may sit there and go like, oh, what are you doing? This is trash. Almost in the way that Instagram used to do grid chop ups. It's less common now, but it used to be really common for someone to have like a design across their grid, and you would get one of those posts in your feed and it was like the top right corner of a puzzle piece. And it's like, what is this on my page? The algorithm right now hardcore demotes those on Instagram.
No, God, please, no, no!
If you consistently create content that is not valuable to the algorithm or really to people, then Instagram is not gonna prioritize sending your content out. TikTok is not gonna prioritize sending your content out. So we wanna make sure that the content that we are giving it is content that we are confident in. As always, I'm Zach Ford, super stoked that you guys are here. Please hit that subscribe button and we'll be here in the comments to answer any questions you guys have. Take it easy.